Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In Top Stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Washington, D.C. says goodbye to Harry Reid. The former senator is the first Nevadan to lie in state at the Capitol Rotunda. Review-Journal's James Schaefer reports from D.C.
Leading political figureheads in the state capitol rotunda are honoring for the first time a citizen of the state of Nevada.
When you lose someone as special as Harry, they're never gone. They're always with you.
Lawmakers gathered to honor a man they regarded as a political giant, having kind words and memories of the late senator.
I take comfort knowing that Harry is with us in spirit, walking alongside us as we continue the work he dedicated himself to for so many years.
Harry would be the first to admit that he wasn't the biggest, the loudest, or the strongest, but he was tough.
Lawmakers paid the respects, as well as President Biden, who came in to lay a single hand on the casket of a man he had once served with in the Senate. Reid's flag-covered casket will be en route from Washington, D.C. back to Nevada, where a Reid spokesperson has confirmed for us he will have a private burial back in his hometown of Searchlight, Nevada.
That was Review-Journal's James Schaefer in D.C. Here in Las Vegas, a Chinatown restaurant is calling it a holiday miracle. A waiter shot multiple times during an alleged burglary is now expected to make a full recovery. Shanghai Taste says Chen Yang Wang was transferred from UMC to a rehab facility following the December shooting. Wang, who opened his eyes, had 3 successful surgeries. The restaurant says, quote, "The road to recovery will be a long one, and we ask for your continued thoughts and prayers." And a black man who served jail time for sharing the same name as a white man is now suing police and the city of Henderson. According to the lawsuit, Shane Lee Brown, a black 23-year-old man, spent 6 days in jail in 2020, even though he looks nothing like the arrest warrant subject, a 49-year-old white man. The lawsuit claims Las Vegas and Henderson police failed to properly check records. Police declined to comment. The city of Henderson says they'll, quote, address the claims in their response to the court. Over in Nye County, judges are concerned about safety after county commissioners vote to allow weapons in courthouses. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more from the judges. Renee?
Jen, District Judge Robert Lane says every year we got to the commissioners and asked them to provide security in the courthouse, and they haven't done so far. So in response, Lane issued an order nearly 12 years ago prohibiting weapons anywhere that judicial work was being done in Nye County. But on December 16th, the Nye County Commission unanimously passed a measure aimed at rolling back almost all of Lane's orders, saying legal gun owners should be able to carry weapons almost everywhere in county buildings so that they can defend themselves if needed.
So they have authority over this building, not us, because it's a county complex. And they said, therefore, they have the authority to say whether you can have weapons in it or not.
At the Regional Justice Center in downtown Las Vegas, public entryways are staffed by officers operating metal detectors. Since the county measure on guns was approved, justices of the peace at the Pahrump Courthouse have tried to handle some security measures on their own. Jen?
Now to business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. If you want tickets for the Raiders-Bengals playoff game this weekend in Cincinnati, you're going to have to pay plenty for them. Ticket prices have reportedly shot up to record territory. The average price for Saturday's wild card game was $228, according to TickPick. But now the cheapest resale price has gone up to $240, and the most expensive ticket is over $1,100. We'll have more on the Raiders coming up in our sports segment. But first, a check of your weather. You can look forward to a partly cloudy night with temps in the 50s until the overnight hours when we dip into the 40s. On Thursday, you'll most likely see gray skies with a high of 64 and low of 44 degrees. That's before the skies clear up on Friday with warmer temps, although not quite hitting the 70s as previously forecasted, and some gusts. Then a cool down for your weekend. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. A woman from Olympia, Washington wins almost $1 million at the Flamingo. According to Caesars Entertainment, the woman sat down at a face-up Pai Gow table for the first time and ended up winning more than $970,000. She plans to invest in her nail salon business. And there's no longer any Elvis Presley tribute in Vegas, as the show, All Shook Up, was hauled out of the V Theater at Miracle Miles Shop over the weekend. But Elvis fans, don't worry. The show is due to reopen at Alexis Park's Pegasus showroom on January 20th.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $100 when you sign up. The Raiders are preparing for their first playoff game since 2016 when they take on the Bengals in Cincinnati on Saturday. The team feels like they've been in playoff mode for the last month, so there won't be a change in mentality going into the wildcard game.
We carried ourselves and worked like we were champions, so to see this happen now, it's awesome to see, but I'm also, not surprised the least bit that we're here,
Oh, man, I think we've been kind of in the playoff mode for like the last 4 weeks. Obviously, we just got to have the same mentality for the last 4 weeks. You got to win these games. You won and done now, so that's kind of what it is.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The college football season just ended, but sportsbooks are already turning the page to next season. Alabama, which lost Monday's national title game to Georgia, is the plus 120 favorite at the Westgate Superbook to claim the crown next year. Georgia is 3-1 to repeat, followed by Ohio State at plus 450, Clemson at 12-1, and Texas A&M at 20-1. Michigan, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Southern California, and Utah are all 30-1.
In Health, the new site for those who need to be tested for COVID-19. The Southern Nevada Health District opens a drive-through testing site at Texas Station in North Las Vegas today, with another site set to open Saturday at Fiesta Henderson. Officials say demand for tests has nearly tripled since early December. In lifestyle news, the Raiders keep on winning on the field and off. Fullback Alec Ingold donated classroom supplies, books, clothing, and other items to Strong Start Academy at Lorenzi in Las Vegas. The donation was made through a partnership between the Raiders Foundation and the nonprofit Beyond the Basics. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the Review Journal's YouTube channel for more great content. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.